Among all of our thoughts and what we feel within our bodies, there is something that is common to all of us. It's something that we experience from time to time. For some, it's almost constant. It is our sense of fatigue, or put simply, feeling tired. We can put our fatigue down to simple reasons. We overexert ourselves physically, we don't sleep enough, or we don't eat well. Our physical fatigue is also attributed to when we become unwell or injured, where we develop a protein imbalance in our bodies that causes inflammation. And while we are all susceptible to physical fatigue, there is an extra element for why we become so tired in the first place. It is from the weariness of our minds. What if we untangle the notion of what it means to be tired beyond being a feeling to now an emotion? As so often when we are tired, we become irritable, stressed, saddened, and defeated. It's like our emotions being a melting pot of all of our thoughts and bodily reactions. It's no wonder how we can associate tiredness as an emotion, as our emotions are strong and can take their toll within our bodies. So, we can take fatigue being the measure of not just our bodies, but also the measure of our minds. Perhaps if we think back to when we were tired and consider what thoughts we were experiencing at the time. As often, we compound our physical fatigue with the mental duress we place along with it. It becomes our ultimate conundrum, as when we feel tired and become under stress, we apply more thoughts to aid us, which in essence burns more energy. As a result, our minds secrete cortisol, which leads us to bodily inflammation. Looking within the fabric of our minds, we actually interpret tiredness in a similar way to pain. As how we interpret pain is beyond just a physicality, but a process of interpretation within our minds, where our emotions will play a key role. Just like a task climbing a mountain or writing a report becomes too much for us to handle on a given day, where we become tired just thinking about it. How can we though still accomplish things in life through the weariness of our fatigue? It comes through a process of realignment by simply planning. As when we feel tired, it's so easy for us to become overwhelmed, as every task, as every action, and every thought becomes almost insurmountable. We can though realign ourselves and plan our actions in a logical order according to our resources. And while this may seem so simple, through planning we build motivation, we create motion, which in essence renews our energy. We free our mental space by becoming comfortable in our own bodies first, and then seeking solutions later, rebuilding your strength and bolstering your resilience. As to shunt our fatigue, we become entangled, and yet, to understand our tiredness and align it with our assets, we become inspired. As to see things beyond the emotion of our tiredness, we can view progress as being gradual and not instant.